On the news tonight, 2023 Traditional Medicine Day. Stakeholders identify traditional medicine as a source of health care for Africans. Osun Kwara governments begin distribution of palliatives. And federal government takes steps to provide adequate funding for police operations. Good evening and welcome to NTA Ijebu News at 7, coming to you from your heritage station. Thanks for staying tuned with us. My name is Olawumi Adeniji. Here are the details. Nigerian Natural Medical Development Agency is working towards improved natural medicine for the health of all. This is coming as Africa marks the 2023 Traditional Medicine Day with the theme, Preserving the Past, Empowering the Future. Uche Ugochukwu reports that traditional medicine was identified as a source of health care for a great number of Africans despite challenges in the areas of research and development.
Africa is blessed with rich vegetation, most of which are medicinal. Investigation has shown that about 80% of its population are dependent on natural medicine, which is said to be trusted, acceptable, affordable, and accessible for basic health care, as attested by Chukwemeka and Lily.
People around me that do take it, they believe in it, guys, like kind of good to their system.
I feel herbal medicine are good, but the only thing I don't like about it is since it doesn't have dosage, a lot of people tend to abuse it.
The issues of research, development, and regulation have been of great concern in Nigeria. This is also a worry for the Nigeria Natural Medicine Development Agency, NNMDA. The agency says it is poised to right the wrong for a better health system in the country.
Yeah, a lot of things have been done to address it. That is why we have African traditional medicine practitioners in Nigeria. They have an association that helps to control such things. And more work is being done.
And what we do is the development, research and development, just to integrate all the traditional medicine across the nation. We empower them, we encourage them to do more.
The NNMDA organized this roadshow to mark the day and create awareness on the importance of traditional medicine in healthcare delivery. Passers-by like Chukwemeka and Lily see this awareness work as apt, as this will further clear some misconceptions. For decades now, African Traditional Medicine Day has been observed on August 31 to highlight the critical role of traditional medicine in the health and well-being of the people. Uche Ugochukwu, NTA News.
The federal government has commended the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria for a successful 2023 Hajj operations in spite of many challenges faced by the commission. Vice President Kashim Shettima gave the commendation when he received briefing from the management of NACON, led by the chairman Zikirulai Azan at the presidential villa. State House correspondent Abdurrahman Jibrila reports.
The meeting started with commiseration to the families of 29 Nigerian pilgrims who died during the 2023 Hajj exercise. Vice President Shettima urged the Commission to learn lessons from the last Hajj operations and make efforts to address all shortcomings in the upcoming Hajj. On the welfare of 95,000 pilgrims, Vice President Shettima said the welfare of the pilgrims is at the core of the pilgrimage, and as such, the Commission must give it the priority it deserves. He advised the management to make adequate preparations to take care of the pilgrims, noting that though it is a spiritual exercise, the Commission must not neglect the well-being of pilgrims throughout their stay in the Holy Land. The Vice President also commended the Commission on the various initiatives to further enhance its activities, especially the launching of Hajj Savings Scheme, the Hajj Institute of Nigeria, and the public-private partnership arrangements for Kano, Lagos, Maiduguri, and Ilorin projects. Chairman of the Commission, Zikirulai Hassan, said the 2023 Hajj exercise was successful due to prompt airlift of pilgrims, provisions of accommodation, feeding, and efficient medical services at all phases of the Hajj exercise.
The Hajj Commission is actually well prepared for the takeoff of Hajj 2024. As you know, there are a number of issues that has to be settled. Primarily, particularly, is the issue of the exchange rate. And as you are aware, as you should be aware, over 90% of Hajj fare is in US dollars, in the sense of the flight, the cost of the flight, the hotels, all the services being provided in the kingdom. So all these are still being worked out. We already got the approval of His Excellency for us to start in earnest the preparation of our 2024.
The Vice President also received former Borno State Governor and APC Chieftain Alimadu Sharif.
Today I'm very happy man. Somebody who worked with me for more than 10 years closely, and today he is the #2 citizen of Nigeria. I handed over Governor Bono to him. He works with me in various levels of governance, and he has exhibited a quality of leadership from time memorial. And God today, by the blessing of His Excellency the President, picked him as his running mate. So I'm a happy man. I come to bless his office and wish him well.
From the State House, Abraham Jibrila, NTA News.
Former Nigeria President Goodluck Jonathan has been appointed as Goodwill Ambassador of the African Agricultural Technology Foundation, AATF. His appointment was unveiled in Abuja as he stressed the need for African leaders to adopt modern technology in food production with a view to eradicating hunger and poverty on the continent. Details with Musa Aliyu.
Population growth and drop in yield due to environmental factors are responsible for food insecurity in Africa. Reports indicate that average yields of cereal per hectare on the continent has dropped by 59%. Minister of State for Agriculture and Food Security says Nigeria is not exempted from the challenges.
We are having flooding, which is washing off a lot of farms. We are also having with it challenges of pests and diseases. Cooler birds are all over. So these are issues that we believe is negatively impacting on our capacity to deliver on our food security.
Scientists believe that modern technology and innovation could be the panacea and game changer in food production.
Africa needs to set targets on agricultural technologies for optimal agricultural performance. Africa cannot develop outside technology. It is my firm belief that the success of Africa's free trade agreement will depend on how African countries are able to leverage production.
ATF is committed to driving positive change in Africa's agriculture sector through its innovative approaches to bridging the gap between science, technology, and farmers.
And please join me in welcoming
Former President Goodluck Jonathan in 2015 signed into law the Biosafety Bill, which paved way for the adoption of biotechnology and genetic engineering in food production and processing in Nigeria. Musa Aliyu, NTA News.
In the meantime, tackling post-harvest losses in the storage of agricultural produce is key in strengthening food security in Nigeria. This was the position of experts at the opening of the 2023 Engineering Week of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Adebola Bruslin reports.
Nigeria contributes about 51% of the total food supply in West Africa. Observers say Nigeria's post-harvest losses have increased to an estimated 3.5 trillion naira annually. These engineers are advancing the competitiveness in the agricultural sector to revive Nigeria's dwindling economic fortunes. Reducing the post-harvest losses, key players say, could be a sustainable solution to increase food availability, reduce pressure on natural resources, eliminate hunger, and improve the livelihood of farmers.
Nigeria's agricultural sector requires massive investment to increase production and to create value addition across the most profitable segments of the value chain. It is the only viable way to survive the current global economic uncertainty.
Stakeholders say reducing post-harvest losses in agriculture requires a holistic approach that involves multiple approaches in embracing technological advancements to sustain forever growing population.
To say post-harvest, you can also have a very quick value addition. Value addition, from the commodity, into what we call the product. And then finally, packaging ready for marketing, whether it is immediate marketing within the local community or it's a distant marketing that you package and export.
Scaling up and adding value, no longer looking at agriculture as products, but adding value, because it is in the addition, is in the value chain addition that we will get to reap the full benefits.
The engineers say investing in modern storage facilities like silos, warehouses, and cold storage units will protect harvested crops from pests, moisture, and temperature fluctuations. These strategies and technologies, they say, can help end or significantly reduce post-harvest losses in Nigeria. Adebola Brookslyn, NTA News.
Osun State government has commenced distribution of rice palliatives received from federal government across the state. Femi Afarogun was at the warehouse in Ede, where the distribution took place.
Heavy security at the warehouse as local government representatives arrive to take their share of the rice palliative donated by the federal government for onward distribution to various groups in the state.
We have already templates for sharing it when you get to the local government. They have to replicate the templates we have in the state at the local government level, which means everybody will be involved.
The distribution exercise will last for 3 days as 10 local governments are expected per day.
I want to appreciate the federal government for this initiative. I want to appreciate the state government, Senator Nurudeen Ademola Adeleke, for giving it out to people that are concerned, people that are in need of it.
Malam Olawale Rashid, the spokesperson to the governor, explained that the second tranche of the palliatives from the federal government is still being expected, saying the state government will soon roll out its own palliatives.
The state should expect a lot. Issue of transport logistics, issue of foodstuff, likely, issue of work hour adjustment for civil servants.
The 6,300 bags of rice will be distributed to 372 beneficiary groups in the state. Femi Afarogun, NTA News.
The Minister of Police Affairs has assured the Nigerian Police Force that federal government is committed to providing adequate funding for police operations, procure equipment that meet specific needs and prioritize the welfare of officers and men. He gave the assurance when the leadership of the Nigerian Police Force briefed the two ministers in Abuja. Francis Form has more.
This is the first time the leadership of the Nigeria Police Force is meeting the ministers of police affairs to discuss and exchange perspectives on reforming the force in accordance with global best practices and policing to ensure public safety.
I have briefed the ministers on the general operations of the Nigerian Police Force. We have let them know our challenges. We have also presented an overview of the dynamics of crime and the general internal security situations in the country.
To tackle the diverse range of criminal activities, they need to establish a specialized unit that address all forms of crimes, highly needed, says the police minister.
Effective intelligence gathering mechanisms are critical for proactive crime prevention. We must establish robust systems to gather and analyze intelligence, enabling us to stay one step ahead of criminals.
You've highlighted a few challenges. We look forward to looking through them to see how we can address the issues of recruitment, the challenges here and there. that are stopping us from becoming a world-class policing force.
They directed the force management team to address the issue of response time to distress calls by Nigerians. Francis from NTA News.
The Adolescent Girls Initiative for Learning and Empowerment Project is a World Bank-assisted federal government of Nigeria's project aimed at improving girl-child education. Kwara State is among the states selected to benefit from this project. Aisha Abubakar Yahya in this report takes a look at the benefits of this project in Kwara State.
Adolescent Girls Initiative for Learning and Empowerment Project is geared towards improving secondary education opportunities for adolescent girls aged between 10 and 20. The development objective of the project is also to improve secondary education opportunities among girls in targeted areas in participating states. However, only states that have paid their counterparts fund can benefit from this project. Kwara State is one of the few states that have fully paid its counterpart fund and fulfilled all criteria required to benefit from the project. A steering committee comprising of relevant stakeholders has been set up by the government to kickstart the project.
Part of the criteria for benefiting state is to set up its own data bank. We have the numbers of these out-of-school children, especially with respect to adolescent girls across the state. To afford the adolescent girls, those that missed the golden opportunity at the ripe age, opportunity to retrace their step and access basic education.
But then, how impactful will this project be on the girl child in Kwara State?
Given the fact that the role of a woman in the society cannot be overemphasized, because if you agree with me, they stay more with the children, raising the family.
At this age, she's matured, reaches the age of puberty, and she feels she has arrived. So when she's mobilized and properly and cautiously trained to be educationally empowered, religiously empowered, socially cautioned, our future will be better.
I see it as a very good one, and I know that it will encourage more participation by the girls. So as a parent, it's a welcome development.
It is expected that the project will improve enrollment of girl child in schools while giving them the opportunities to contribute their quota to national development. Aisha Abubakar Yahya, NTA News.
And on that note, we end today's bulletin and now hand you over to Idowu Ogunbajo for the Yoruba version of the news. You have a good night rest.
sí kókó inú ìròyìn lálẹ́ tòní. Àwọn adarí tọ́rọ̀ kàn ti ṣe ìdámọ̀ egbògi ìbílẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí orísun ìlera pípé fún àwọn ọmọ ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀. Ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun àti Kwara ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ pínpín àwọn ohun ìdẹ̀rùn. Ìjọba àpapọ̀ ti ń gbé ìgbésẹ̀ láti pèsè owó náà tó péye fún ìṣiṣẹ́ ìlú. Ẹ káalẹ́. a kú ọ̀rọ̀ ajé látàárọ̀. Ìdòwú Ògúnbàjò ní orúkọ tèmi. Ẹ tẹ́tí sí ìròyìn náà lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́. Àjọ tó wà fún ìdàgbàsókè egbògi ìbílẹ̀ tí ń ṣiṣẹ́ lójúnà mímú ìgbẹ̀rùn bá egbògi ìbílẹ̀ fún ìlera gbogbo ènìyàn. Èyí ń wáyé bí ìbílẹ̀ adúláwọ̀ tí ń sàmì àyájọ́ egbògi àbáláyé tọdún 2023, èyí tí wọ́n gbé àkórí rẹ̀ ní dídáàbò ohun tó ti kọjá, ríro ọjọ́ iwájú lágbára. Uche Ugochukwu jábọ̀ fúnni wípé egbògi ìbílẹ̀ ni wọ́n ti dámọ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí orísun ìlera pípé fún ọ̀pọ̀ ọmọ ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀, bí ó tilẹ̀ jẹ́ wípé ìpèníjà wà lẹ́ka iṣẹ́ ìwádìí àti ìdàgbàsókè. Ìjọba àpapọ̀ ti gbé òṣùbà káre láyé fún àwọn àjọ tó ń mójútó ìrìn àjò lọ sí ilẹ̀ mímọ́ ájì nípa yíyege ìrìn àjò ájì ti ọdún 2023 yìí, pẹ̀lú bí oríṣiríṣi ìpèníjà ṣe kojú àwọn àjọ náà. Ìgbákejì ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí Kashim Shettima gbé oríyìn fún wọn nígbà tí àwọn alámòjútó àjọ ìrìn àjò lílọ sí ilẹ̀ mímọ́ ájì bá wọn ní àlejò, èyí tí alága wọn Zikrullah Hasan léwájú rẹ̀ ní olú ilé ìjọba àpapọ̀. Akọ̀ròyìn wa nílé ìjọba Abdulrahman Jibrila ló jábọ̀ ìròyìn. Ààrẹ àná nílẹ̀ Nàìjíríà Goodluck Jonathan ni wọ́n ti yàn gẹ́gẹ́ bí aṣojú àjọ tó ń fún ìdàgbàsókè ìmọ̀ ẹ̀rọ ètò ọ̀gbìn nílẹ̀ adúláwọ̀. Ìyànsípò rẹ̀ ni wọ́n sísọ lójú rẹ̀ nílùú Àbújá gẹ́gẹ́ bí ó ti tẹnumọ́ ìdí tí àwọn adarí ilẹ̀ Áfíríkà fi ní láti ṣàmúlò ìmọ̀ ẹ̀rọ ìgbàlódé nínú ìpèsè oúnjẹ pẹ̀lú ìwòye láti pa iṣẹ́ ohun ọ̀sìn rẹ̀ lágbàáyé. Musa Aliu ní ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ ìròyìn yìí. Ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Kwara ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ pínpín ìrẹsì èyí tí ó gbà lọ́wọ́ ìjọba àpapọ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ohun ìdẹ̀rùn káàkiri ìpínlẹ̀ náà. Fẹ́mi Afáriogun bá wọn wà ní ibùdó ìkó nǹkan pamọ́ sí tó wà ní Ẹdẹ níbi tí ètò pínpín náà ti ń wáyé. Ẹ gbọ́ ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ ìròyìn náà síwájú sí i.
Níṣe ni àwọn ẹ̀ṣọ́ aláàbò dúró wámúwámú bí àwọn ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ ṣe ń kó ìrẹsì tí ṣe ìpín tiwọn nínú ìrẹsì tí ìjọba àpapọ̀ ní kí wọ́n pín nísọ̀rísọ̀rí fún àwọn ènìyàn agbègbè wọn. Àwọn ìgbìmọ̀ tíjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun yàn fún pínpín ìrẹsì ni wọ́n ti fi ìlànà tí wọ́n fi pín sílẹ̀ tí àwọn èèkàn sì ń ṣe àmójútó rẹ̀.
Awuyewuye ló wà pé wọ́n ti ń pín Zamfara, wọ́n ti ń pín Sokoto. Pọ̀n tí ò yé àwọn èèyàn ni pé ráìsì tí ń bọ̀ ilẹ̀ Haúsá ní ti ń bọ̀. Tó mì pé stéèjì tó bá súnmọ́ ilẹ̀ Haúsá ọ̀kọ́ rí ráìsì káwa tá a wà ń bí òtó rí. Ráìsì tí ń bọ̀ láti Kẹ́bí láti kíní kó tó débi 3 days. Ìgbà míì wà mọ́tò wọn break down. Bá a ṣe wà ń sìn ráìsì ń bọ̀ lójú ọ̀nà tí ò tí ì dé. So tó bá gbé ká dúró kí ráìsì fi dé ni àlèmọ́ ti kún. Ṣùgbọ́n wuyewuye pé ìjọba ti kó síta, wọ́n ti kó síbì kan, wọ́n fẹ́ ta ni o. Ló jẹ́ ká yẹ pé ìwọ̀n tó wà nílẹ̀ ẹ̀jẹ̀ ká kọ́ pin náà. Tí omi ìbádé náà ká tún wá pin, ká mọ̀ pin nípele bó bá ṣe ń dé.
Ọjọ́ mẹ́ta ni ìjọba là kalẹ̀ fún pínpín ìrẹsì nígbà tí ìrètí sì wà pé ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ 10 ni yóò máa gba tiwọn lọ́jọ́ kọ̀ọ̀kan.
Ṣùgbọ́n mo mọ̀ pé 189 bags ni wọ́n fún mi láti máa kó lọ sí Ayédèrè nítorí wípé gbogbo local government ní wọ́ọ̀dù 10 189 bags ni wọ́n fún wa. So àwọn mìíràn pọ̀ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ díẹ̀ bí wọ́ọ̀dù wọn bá ṣe pọ̀ sí.
Malam Ọláwálé Rasheed tí ṣe agbẹnusọ fún gómìnà ní ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun sì ń retí ìsí ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì ohun ìrànwọ́ yíyọ owó orí epo rọ̀bì láti ọ̀dọ̀ ìjọba àpapọ̀ tí yóò sì di pínpín tó bá ti dé. 3,600 àpò ìrẹsì ni wọ́n pín fún igun bíi 428 káàkiri wọ́ọ̀dù 322 nípínlẹ̀ yìí.
Ọ̀gọ̀rọ̀ àwọn arúgbó, ọmọdé àti àwọn aláìlera ni wọ́n jàǹfààní ètò ìlera ọ̀fẹ́ èyí tí ikọ̀ àwọn agùnbánirọ̀ kan tí wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ ìsìnrú ìlú wọn níjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Àfíjíò ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ṣe jẹ́ àgbékalẹ̀ rẹ̀. Adébọ́lá Agbájé ẹni tó bá wọn wà níbi ètò náà fàbọ̀jẹ́ ni ẹ gbọ́ síwájú sí i.
Àwọn agùnbánirọ̀ náà tí wọ́n ṣe àgbékalẹ̀ ètò àyẹ̀wò ìlera ọ̀fẹ́ fún àwọn ará agbègbè Afijio ni wọ́n ṣe àyẹ̀wò lónírúurú fún àwọn àìsàn bíi ìtọ̀ ṣúgà, àrùn jẹjẹrẹ, ẹ̀jẹ̀ ríru, ibà tó fi mọ́ yíya àwòrán àyà lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́. Lára àwọn tó jàǹfààní ọwọ́ rẹ̀ náà dúpẹ́ púpọ̀ léyìí tí wọ́n tọ́ka rẹ̀ wípé yóò ṣe àlékún ìlera ara wọn.
Ètò àlàáfíà yìí fún wa ní ìletò wa, so a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ òṣìṣẹ́ wọn náà.
Àwọn tí wọ́n ṣe ètò ìlera fún wa, Ọlọ́run ó máa tẹ̀wọ́ síwájú.
Ẹni tó jẹ́ alákòóso fún àjọ agùnbánirọ̀ nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ sọ wípé ètò ọ̀hún ló wà fún àwọn tó wà lẹ́sẹ̀ kúkú láti lè rí wípé àwọn náà jàǹfààní ìlera ètò ọ̀fẹ́ tó péye. Àgbékalẹ̀ yìí ni kò sí fún àwọn ará agbègbè ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ Afijio nìkan bí kò ṣe pé wọ́n máa ṣe jákèjádò orílẹ̀-èdè yìí. Láti ìlú Ọ̀yọ́, Adébọ́lá Agbájé ló ti ń jábọ̀ ìròyìn fún iléeṣẹ́ NTA.
Níbí ni a ó ti máa mú ẹnu dádúró fún ti ìròyìn ọjọ́ tòní. Ìdòwú Ògúnbàjò ni orúkọ tèmi. Ó dàárọ̀.